Welcome to this Australian Women's Ice Hockey League game between the Sydney Sirens and the Melbourne Ducks here at Erina Ice Arena on Dark and Young Land. My name is Sarah Dora-Mudra, and joining me in commentary today is Eric Brook. Welcome, Eric.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, friends. It's going to be a big day of Australian women's hockey action. Us first at Erina, down in Melbourne, and then across to Perth. So it's a big afternoon of hockey, and it's a big afternoon, Sarah, for both teams. The Ducks are still looking for their first win in their debut season. The Sirens are in a big battle with the Adelaide Rush for fourth position to go to finals.
Indeed they are. We're hitting crunch time. We've only got a handful of rounds left, and everyone's just trying to make it to finals. Some teams like the Ducks, they're just fighting. They're improving every week. Little things to work on. They've got experience, but they also lack experience. This one's going to be an interesting game.
It certainly is. The last time that these two teams met, and in a way I feel really sorry for the Ducks, first game of the first season, and they meet the Sirens, and the Sirens were in a mood that weekend, winning 9-0 and 6-0. The Ducks have improved a lot since then.
For sure. I mean, at one point, I think it was when they were playing Melbourne Ice, they were up 2-0 in that game. So there's been signs of improvement. They've had a few injuries to the team as well. So the Carson sisters, they're out for the season, and they really could have used their experience. But they've got a bunch of players that know hockey. They just need more depth when you've got so many girls that have essentially come from recreation hockey straight into this. It's just going to get better for them. They just need more time.
Absolutely. And speaking of time, the Sirens are running out of time. The last time we saw them in Brisbane against the Lightning, they were swept. When we saw them in Newcastle against the Inferno, they were swept. Adelaide is starting a comeback. It's tight. There's 3 points on the ladder between the two teams. They really have to go. The Sirens would like to think that on paper they should win this game easily, but they also need to turn up and play hard, because this is the first game of many before finals.
100%. They've only got 6 games to go, this one being 6 as we count down. I was talking to...
Oh, so friendly fire there between Edney and Thompson.
I was talking with head coach Annalise Quisler before, and she's just like, you know, there's good things happening, but then there's sometimes they just fall asleep. There's just these little moments that they lapse, and other teams just end up capitalizing on them. They know what they're capable of. They just need to dig deep and play all 3 periods just as hard as they can, because right now they're only 3 points ahead of Rush, and they're not going to be letting up. And games like this, they can't go easy on Melbourne Ducks, because every point, every goal, everything is going to count.
As you say, the Sirens have to play for 60 minutes. The Ducks at the other end of the ice, they've got to get all their ducks in a row and play for a full 60 minutes as well. There's been times where they've been competitive for about 40, but it's a big step up.
And I was talking to their president, Ross Carpenter. I was talking to him before. I think the difference is that a lot of these girls have come from recreation hockey, where they're accustomed to playing a 45-minute running time game. And now they come to this, which is 3x20 stop time. It's like you're adding a whole period and a bit to it. They do have a strength and conditioning coach. Kira Dunwoody is looking after them. But you have your off-ice fitness and you have your on-ice fitness. So I'm sure next year, when they all know how this all operates and works and they figure it out, they're going to start firing from next year, I'm sure.
Well, you only have to look at the Adelaide Rush when they were Adelaide Rush for the first year. 0-28, wasn't for all the lack of effort. And look where they've come. They were minor premiers last year, looking to make finals this year. This is going to be a fantastic game of hockey. 1 of 3 today. Warm-up is just about over. Lots of news since the last time that we were together. The Australian women's national team was announced. We'll talk about that this afternoon, amongst other things, as we prepare for the start of this game. Second game tomorrow afternoon, also here at Erina. And it's the second last series at home for the Sirens, Sarah.
It is indeed. So whether you are, well, you would be watching this at home or you're watching the replay after, do come to the games. There is one more home round to go. There's today and 3 more games left. Keep supporting women's hockey. We all greatly appreciate it. A little effort goes a long way.
And the Sirens are going to be seeing a lot of Melbourne over the next couple of weekends. The Ducks this weekend and the Ice here next weekend.
I believe now they're introducing the ceremonial puck drop. So we do have Jason Vizla is about to come onto the ice to do the ceremonial puck drop, or perhaps we're doing the anthem first. Different order. Okay, so anthems are out of the way. Now we are going to do the ceremonial puck drop. I know that you would not likely be able to hear what Ashley has to say about Jason's background, so I will tell you about it. So Jason Kvizla is married to head coach Adelaide Kvizla of the Sirens. Jason has been around hockey for a long time, and I would like to think that every Australian knows him in the hockey world. So he is the head coach of the Sydney Ice Dogs in the AWIHL, and he is also the head coach of the Australian under-20 men's team, and they recently just came back from tour with a silver medal. He's done a lot. He was a founding coach with the Sirens as well, even in the Showcase Series, but the first season of the actual AW, he was one of the coaches with the Sirens, so he fully understands this game. He knows how it all works. He's been around at all levels, from the very beginning, the lower ends all the way up to the upper ends. So congratulations, Jason, for being honored today.
So both captains, Sarah Edney for the Sirens and Lucy Parrington for the Melbourne Ducks with the ceremonial puck drop, and we're just moments away. We talk about hockey IQ, and Jason's got it in spades.
He does. He absolutely understands the game. Maybe it's the Norwegian blood in him. Maybe it's the time that he spent overseas. He did spend a little bit of time in Canada when he was younger, doing all things with hockey. But I think the coaching has really been the place where he's trying. I mean, he still plays in the East Coast Super League in Sydney with the Reach Rebels. So he's done a lot. He fully understands it, and that is why he's been such a successful coach. And why Adelaide gets to work with that as well. It's been fantastic.
So let's have a look at our officials. Jeff Scott is our referee, and Caitlin Knox and Nick Eyre are on the lines.
And I'm sure they will be calling a fair game, as they always do. It's always good to have that kind of experience out there as they fist bump each other and have a good game stripes.
Well, they've got their own team.
They do indeed.
So having a look at the goalie situation, Ella Laikari will be starting in net for the Sydney Sirens, and Jade Davis-Tope will be starting for the Melbourne Ducks. And good news for the Melbourne Ducks, they have Olivia Galgano. She is available this weekend. She missed the game last week the last time that they played in Melbourne at the Duck Pond, but she's back from Australian duty.
She is, and I think she had a good tournament over there with the under-18s national team. I mean, she's still young. It's her 3rd year playing with the 18Us, and she's not done yet. She's also spent some time in Canada the last couple of years, just getting experience there as well. So the future looks really bright for Olivia.
So having a look at the Ducks at the moment, and all the Ducks that are in a row. Lucy Parrington heading up against Sarah Edney. Captain on captain, and we're underway. Australian Women's Ice Hockey League action. Sam Payne working it out. Brokovich working out of the Ducks defensive end. Pressured there by Ebony Brunt. Cleared out. Finds Morgan. Morgan on the right-hand side. Clears it for Payne. Payne for the Sirens at her defensive end. Clears it out the left-hand side, or the grandstand side from her point of view. Battle up against the boards. Payne comes up with it again. Passes to Arps. Arps with a nice pass on the right-hand side to Katormson. Katormson now up against Rama. Edney got the direction, but not the... She got the deflection, but not the direction. Keeping it in the Siren zone. Parrington now for the Ducks. Clearing it out. Only got as far as the blue line, and Kath McConey. Initial line change for both teams. Brokovich just happy to come off for a change. Cleo Mayer under some pressure now. Ducks looking to spend a fair bit of time down at this end. Early stages of the first period. Charlotte Rowe now trying to clear it out. Bit wet in that section of the ice where she is. She finds Lang. Lang with the pass for McConey. McConey with the backhanded shovel. It's Nelson and McConey, and the puck goes out of play at the Ducks penalty box.
So, just talking about goalies, because Jade Davis-Tope, well, I didn't think the Edney shot actually hit the net. Doesn't look to be on the shot card anyway.
Yeah, it went wide in the end.
If the surname Davis-Tope means anything to you, the sister-in-law of Emily Davis-Tope from Melbourne Ice.
Coming in now is Newmark. Newmark, saved by Davis-Tope, her first of the afternoon. Newmark again. Sirens, but Thompson just kept in the zone there by Bella Maher, and a good save by Jade Davis-Tope with the very distinctive tape job of the pink tape.
Well, you know it's her. That's the easy way to find her. If you are a Melbourne versus Melbourne fan, go look back on their socials history, because they did excellent reels on that.
Attacking zone face-off for the Sirens. Ducks working it out of their own net now. The pass was just a bit too hot there. Sirens working out of their own defensive end now, clearing it out. Sirens clearing it out now, right-hand side. A good battle again. Lucy York, centering pass, clearing it out. Bella Maher, one of many players back from the U18s. Cashin, York. York in some traffic, has some support. Centering pass comes in the possession of the Ducks briefly. Pass intended for Caruso. Entering the zone now, attempting to fire was Nelson. She's been outstanding for the Ducks. Out of the zone, just missed. We've got some Melbourne Ducks fans in front of us, and their heads just went back as that came out of the zone. Line change coming up for both teams. Maher, stretch pass, tapped on by Thompson, underneath the scoreboard. The puck comes around, backdoor escape route for Arps. Celebrated her 50 games in the AI recently. Sarah Edney, back for Thompson. Thompson winds up, fires. And it was a good save by Davis-Tope. On the doorstep was Edney. And a pass to Brunt. The deflection was off target. Ducks trying to clear it out of their zone. Arps against Yates. Parrington gets in good position. There's a penalty coming. It'll be in favour of the Ducks. The Sirens about to go to the penalty box. 2 minutes for interference is the call. Penalty box door will be opening, Sarah.
The Ducks could potentially make something of this. They do have veteran players, girls with a lot of experience on the team. Will they stay out for the full 2 minutes or less? We shall see. But they have a good opportunity here to get first on the board against the Sirens.
The Ducks have actually been going pretty good on the power play. 19%, 10 from 52, third in the league. Grokovich. Back now for Nelson. Nelson, Grokovich winds up, fires, almost deflected in the right direction. It was Parrington in front. She did well to get anything on that. Cleared out by the Sirens. The Melbourne Ducks just starting their first power play. Davis-Tope just settles the puck down, leaves it now for Rama. Rama behind her own net, right-hand side. Minute 35 of the power play remaining. Here's Nelson entering the zone. Nelson, oh, nice pass. The puck's free in the slot, and then it was just wide. Harrington's been in everything. Sirens trying to clear it out. Minute 20 of the Ducks power play. Ducks keep it in the zone now. Briefly. Keep it in the zone. Nelson again. Nelson has a battle in front. Cleared out there by Lang. 1 minute of the power play remaining. Ducks have kept the power play unit 1 on. And they've gone offside. Nelson was off to the races. But unfortunately, the Ducks offside. 0-all, 54-second remaining of the Ducks power play. Gabby Arp sitting 2 minutes for the Sirens for interference.
The Ducks looked very good on that power play. They had a couple of opportunities, but just lucky bounces that didn't quite make it to the back of the net, but they got very close. Like I said, there's experience there. They know what to do.
Speaking of experience, Hollier there taking the face off for the Melbourne Ducks as PP2 comes on. One of 2 New Zealanders in the team, firing from distance. Sirens short-handed. It was good work there by Payne out of the zone. Sirens coming back to centre ice in possession. Edney entering the zone. 30 seconds remaining of the power play. Edney still in possession. Out of the zone. Ducks on the charge on the left-hand side now. That's good work by Cashin. Centering pass, but she didn't have any support. It'll come back now for Edney. 15 seconds of the power play remaining. Having to turn and chase now. Shots on favouring Sirens 4-2 at the moment. Newmark for the Sirens. Power play just about over for the Ducks. Newmark gets around Yates. Regains possession briefly. Johnson now trying to clear it out. Another person back from the U18 tournament. Power play over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, and the Ducks clear it out of their defensive end. Tapped on there by Johnson before she comes off, and Ella Laikari. You can see it, and you've probably done it a million times, Sarah. Staring at that puck, waiting for it to go over the line for icing.
I think that's an experience thing too. I mean, just in the just over 5 minutes of play, you can tell the difference in experience between both teams. But even with Davis Tope and Lakari as opposing goaltenders.
Back now, Sirens. Here's Charlotte Rowe in some traffic. Cleared out by the Ducks, back to neutral ice. It will come back now for Cleo Mayer. Mayer now, Ducks changing en masse. It was good work by Heather Ryland. Will come back now for the Sirens. Pass was a bit too hot possibly for Rowe, but she recovers. She's pressured down there. Lang comes in to lend a hand. It's good work by Colette Morgan. She was actually named as a development player at the start of the season, and now she's in the team. Even got a goal to her name in the A-dub. It'll come back now. The puck balloons off the stick of Parrington. It will come back now for Rowe for the Sirens. Sirens clear it out. Grandstand side. Coming back for Kelsey Lang. Lang around one. Pass for Newmark. Newmark enters the zone. Newmark fires, went glove side, but was wide of Davis Tope. Again, wide of Davis Tope. Kept in the zone by the Sirens. Pressure up against the boards. McConey. Sorry, that was Newmark. And cleared out by Parrington. Kept in the zone just by Newmark, who fires. The puck's free. The puck's in the back of the net. And it was great work by the Sirens. Cleaning up there was Lang. Just got the rebound in, and Davis Tope got the first one, Sarah, but she couldn't get the second.
It was like in slow-mo. You could see it. There was a puck that was just about to get over the blue line. Steph Newmark keeps it in. Instead of opting to make a pass, she just puts it on net. Davis Tope makes that first save there, and Lang is there just to pick it up. Nobody on her. You can see Lucy Parrington, captain of the Ducks, just, head flips back. If only she could have gotten her.
Back now, Rama, right near the Ducks bench. 1-0 Sirens. The Ducks have shown a lot of fight. They amend them now. Passes it off. Ducks on the attack. Goes wide of Laikari and out of play. Hello Newman in the corner. Hope Newman, one of many players who have played for the Melbourne Ice before, now making a home across at Ice HQ.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about experience, right? Hope Newman played 50 games for the Melbourne Ice. And now she's with the Ducks, with teammates who have only been playing hockey for a year.
And it's those sort of, the Hope Newmans of the world are the sort of people you need when you're just starting up a team.
For sure.
It'll come back now for Nelson. Nelson. Good work there by Arps. Nelson and Arps, good battle up against the boards at the cafe end. Ducks on the attack, trying to find Nelson again, but Arps was there. Come back for Gallagher. Thompson, there's another penalty coming. Which way is it going to go? Boarding's the call. Penalty box door will be opening.
Yeah, Thompson. She's who? Me? What did I do?
I don't know where the penalty box is, sir.
No, she has spent quite a bit of time this season just for the physicality of her game. She is a tall player. She is physical. She is strong. Girls do seem to bounce off her. But I think because of the North American way that she plays, some things she just can't get away with here, just with how the games are officiated.
She's up to 26 penalty minutes now, leading in that category, but she's also a leading goal scorer with Sarah Edney. Battle up against the boards. Melbourne Ducks going on their second power play, and our referee has had enough. The puck is frozen up against the boards.
Yes, Sarah Edney is second in the highest points on 26 points in the league, and Shelby Thompson is in fourth on 25 points. Only one between them. Back
now for the Ducks. Brokovic, cross-ice pass. Firing from distance like Curry. The puck's through the Ducks. The Ducks have got one in, a power play goal. Like Curry got the first one, couldn't control the rebound, couldn't control the bubble. And the puck is in the back of the net from the Ducks. Lucy Harrington.
And that's the kind of person you want leading this team. Captain Dr. Lucy Parrington. She's just there. She's in front. You battle. You just keep going for that loose puck. Eventually it finds the back of the net. It is a 1-all game. Lucy is a highly decorated player. While they're debating this goal, she had spent 10 years with the Australian women's national team, inline and ice hockey. Years in the AWIHL with Adelaide, with Melbourne Dragons, founding player of the AWIHL. She's definitely someone that you want on your team.
Harrington now. And this will give the Ducks a lot of heart. It's 1-all with 12 minutes remaining in the first. Grokovic fires. The cannon goes wide. Battling up against the boards. Harrington again against Thompson. So a power play goal for the Ducks. I did mention that their power play's been good. Sirens working out of their defensive end now via Edney. Has some support by Thompson. Thompson enters the zone. Edney driving straight towards the net. Thompson fires, but Davis Taper, the Jade variety, is there and holds.
The Jade variety indeed just makes a very casual, easy save, straight to the belly, not giving off any rebounds. If Thompson had fired towards that right pad, there would have been a rebound ready for Edney to do something with it.
Well, she also had the pass option to Edney as well, and they'll do that face-off again.
She did, and sometimes you've just got to read, well, how many white jerseys do you see, and is it going to get through? What's your best option to generate here?
How many times have you and I had that discussion about, as a goaltender, where are you looking? Who are you taking?
You take the puck.
And in that case, the puck was Thompson, and she holds again.
There's all these bits and pieces that go to it, and it comes with experience in the game reads, which I admit is not my strongest point, but it's reading the blade of the puck carrier. Are they going to shoot or are they going to pass? And if they're going to shoot, are they right-handed? Are they left-handed? Where is it likely to go? There's all those little bits and pieces that go onto it.
Feel a bit sorry for the Sirens there. That actually went on net, was saved by Tape and is called back for a false start. We'll try that one again. The puck eventually leaves the face-off circle. McCaney now. McCaney, right-hand side. Behind the net, Newmark. Centering pass, trying to connect with McCaney in front. Kept in the zone via Mayer. It will come back now for the Ducks, looking to clear it out. Johnson. It'll come back now, clearing it out. Trying to clear it out is Stringer. Johnson again. Gets around Newmark. Enters the zone now. Finds Hollier. Hollier fires, and Ella Kari, as easy as you like, just reaches out with the glove to cause the stoppage.
And sometimes you just need to do that. I mean, she was momentarily just scored on. That puck was not going to hit the net, but sometimes you just stick your glove out just to kill a play, get a whistle, get a line change, take a breather, reset, and away you go. Attacking
zone face-off, one there by Nelson. It will come back now in the corner for Newman. Newman, Edney. Edney clears it out, trying to find Thompson, kept in the zone via Ryland. Sirens out of the zone now. And we'll come back now for Gabby Arps. Right in front of the Sirens bench. And it will come back now for Sam Payne. Payne, or the Payne train, as we see some signs in Erina sometimes. Back to neutral ice. Edney pressuring. Good work there by Nelson. One of 2 New Zealanders in the Melbourne Ducks team this season. And I wonder if that will mean that more New Zealand players are looking at the AWIHL because the season timings are different. It will come back now for the Ducks, clearing it out. Here's Edney again. Back for Brunt. Good pressure there by Ryland. On the blue line, kept in the zone there by Payne. Here's Brunt centering pass. Danger there. She had to sprawl when she did Davis' toe. In the immediate vicinity, she had Katormson and Edney. Saves it well. 10:04 remaining in the first 1-1. Ducks and Sirens.
She had good eye too. She was seeing where it was going. She saw a few black jerseys, nothing threatening in the end, but she saw that puck fly. She's like, I'm just going to pounce on this.
Back now for the Sirens, looking to clear it out are the Ducks. Ducks clear it out right-hand side towards the grandstand. Now they clear it out the left-hand side via Morgan. It'll come back now for Bellamar. Mar with the pass that was wide of Caruso. Caruso and Rama have a battle up against the boards. Caruso may get the better of that. Has some support there via Parrington. Cross ice pass now. Mar firing from distance. Went wide in the end. Good work, Caruso. Scoreboard corner. That will come back for the Sirens in the form of Annika Schmitz. Puck again goes wide. Sirens on the attack. Bellamar again, under some pressure, finds York. York in the slot, trying to find some support over there in Schmitz, but the Ducks were in the way, and that's a foot race now. It's a good foot race, but in the end, it'll come back for icing.
The young line that appeared to be, there's been a little bit of changes to the lineups that we've seen in the past, but now that the girls are back to a full squad, no injuries, nobody away, no one on holidays or on tour at this point. It was nice to see all the young ones on the whole line together.
Oh, absolutely. Attacking zone face-off coming up. Now, who's going to take the face-off? It'll be Parrington against McConey. It'll come back now for Cleo Mayer. Ducks looking to clear it out there right-hand side. Pressure in the corner. That's good work there by Steph Newmark. Gallagher. Underneath the scoreboard now. Rama with it. Rama clears it out right-hand side. Has some support. Nice tap on from Morgan. Finds Parrington with the Ducks power play goal. She'll come off for a change. And that will come back now for Claire Mayer. Mayer under pressure on the half wall. Newmark was there for the Sirens. Lends a hand. Some soccer skills on display. Sirens on the attack via Mayer. Mayer pressured. The puck goes high. The puck's still alive. The puck's still free. And that will come back and cleared out by Nelson by the Ducks. Nelson, the puck almost ended up on the Ducks bench. Centre ice. Here's Gallagher entering the zone now. Gallagher fires. Laikari, it's over the line, is it? Very, very close. Laikari had it. It came out. It went so close to the line. Referee Jeff Scott right on the line there. Sarah, I know your heartbeat probably skipped about 10 beats there as the puck seemed to bobble in slow motion.
I think I just stopped breathing as well as my heart doing its thing. Right decision, but lost sight of the puck. She thought she had it, but it pounced out. I think the girls are very lucky that there were enough black jerseys there to get to it before a Ducks player could.
It looked like Charlotte Rowe there really contributed to stopping that puck. The puck's still free. It's up against the pad. Ella Laikari over the last 30 to 60 seconds has been under a lot of pressure.
Well, even just then, her own defense almost scored on her, which is unfortunately common over the years. We have seen that. It's just you focus on the player, tie up that forward in the slot, let the goalie handle the puck.
The Sirens will be itching to get out of the defensive zone. The Ducks will be itching to stay down here. Mendham now. Backhanded shovel, trying to find Nelson, but there was a Sirens player in the way. Katormson, here's trouble. Katormson comes back, it's a foot race, has Brunt, some soccer skills and in, but backhanded shovel in the end. Brunt She didn't panic. It came off her skate. Then she still had time to reach the puck with the stick and slam it home.
100% deliberate. When we get to the replay here, you watch how she's placed her foot. She was a little bit far in front to receive that pass on her stick blade, but with enough to just adjust her foot to then bring it in front to get that shot past Davis' toe.
That's skill.
That's skill. Well done, Ebony.
So 2-1 now. Your heart has to bleed for Davis' toe, but then again, it was the skill. If that was a lesser player, that goal wouldn't have happened.
But also there was nobody on Ebony either.
Correct. It was a good setup too by Thompson. Backhanded shovel from Parrington was just slightly wide. Ducks again at the left-hand post from Laikari's point of view. Sirens will be looking to clear it out, and they do now via Redney. Here's Brunt all alone again. Brunt looking for goal number 2, and that one was cleaner. That one was nicer. 2 bang-bang goals to Ebony Brunt and the Sirens.
That a girl. That was a beautiful, again, no one on her, nobody able to catch up to her. That girl's got speed, and it's like she had all the time in the world to just deke it around Davis' toe with a backhand shot just behind her. You see this on the replay now. Beautiful. Well, there's the pass. Bouncy puck. She gets to it first. Backhand past her. That puts the Sirens up 3-1 with just under 7 minutes remaining in the first. It
was 1-1, what, a minute ago?
Something
2 minutes
like
ago? And then all of a sudden, bang, bang, Ebony Brunt. I wonder if that's going to be her new nickname, bang, bang, Ebony Brunt, because that second one was nice. The first one was skill, and
second one skill too, but more technical.
A different type of skill.
But that's the last 2 shots from the Sirens have been goals.
Gallagher now looking to clear it out of her defensive end for the Ducks. The pass was just a bit too hot for Hollier, who recovers. Hollier now for the Ducks. Certainly not out of this one, but that's what can happen sometimes. Doesn't matter what team you are. If you have a couple of bang-bang goals against you. Schmitz now. Haneker enters the zone now. Has Caruso for company. Fires. The rebound's there. She recovers. York's eyes must have lit up when she saw the puck coming out, but Davis' toe covered.
Yeah, and she was there for just a little bit of a confidence booster for Davis' toe. She would have definitely wanted to need that. Not a clean save to the glove, but enough for her to spot where it went to jump on it.
Attacking zone face-off for the Sirens. Ducks look to clear it out of their defensive end. Ryan Nelson. It will come back for Newman. Newman looks to clear it out. Rowe keeps it in for the Sirens. Here's Lang. Here's danger. Lang fires off the glove and over. Davis Tope getting enough of it. Lang again centering pass. McConey's in front. The puck's free briefly. Now the Ducks look to clear it out. Out of the zone now. Back in the neutral ice. Rowe. Lang now. Lang. Pass on the right-hand side. Thompson. Nelson. Trying to clear it out of the zone. Mayer was there. Battle on the boards. Right underneath the scoreboard. 5.5 minutes in the first period. Sirens 3-1 against the Melbourne Ducks. Newman clears it out. Lang sends it right back in there. It was good work there by Yates. Newmark fires. Rebound off the stick. McConey chases. McConey now off the skates of Lang, centering, trying to find Newmark. That Newmark-McConey combination's been good for the Sirens this year.
It has, with the injection of Lang today.
Back now for Arps. Lang a defender. I'm sure you could play Kelsey Lang forward and she'd go all right too, just quietly.
That's what Sarah Edney's doing.
Back now. It'll come back now for the Ducks. For Rama. Rama clears it out. Pro kick. Has some support. Here's Parrington now. It's got Morgan as well. Parrington enters the zone, drops it off for Morgan, but Morgan was more than covered there by Arps. Arps for the Sirens, centering pass, just found the stick of Rama briefly. Edney fires and almost tapped in backdoor Thompson off the delivery from Edney. Parrington now up against the boards near the Sirens bench, just happy to fling it in and come off for a change. Edney now behind her own net, disposes of the puck away from Morgan. It will come back now for Hollier. Hollier now has some support on the blue line by Stringer. Sirens clearing it out of their defensive end, right-hand side. Brunt looking to drive the net. Puck stopped to the blue line. Here's Gallagher now. Gallagher passing to no one in white and green. Here's an opportunity now for Thompson. Thompson walks in. Oh, was she going to get something for that extra whack at the end?
She is getting a slashing for that because I think there's enough time that the puck was covered and she went for an extra tappity tap. So Thompson, second penalty of this game. She's heading to the box. She's calling innocence. I do believe there was enough time for her to not do that.
And that may be the discussion that referee Jeff Scott's having with the coach of the Sirens, Annalie Quisler.
I mean, to be honest, having seen that over the years and being a goalie, I appreciate calls like that. I think that's a fair penalty to call. But it does put the Ducks back on a power play. They scored on their last one. Let's see if they can do it again this time round. They keep battling for it. They do have a strong power play, unit 1.
So Nelson centering, Newman on one side and Mendham on the other. Out of the zone briefly. The Ducks back to centre ice via Rama. Lang now short-handed for the Sirens. Has no support for the moment, but it's just eating valuable seconds off the Ducks power play anyway. Out of the zone, back to neutral ice. Herring has 2 Ducks in the windscreen. Newman. Rokovic. Ducks entering the zone and just happy to fire it in. 3 minutes on the big clock, minute 26 on the small clock for the Ducks' third power play of the afternoon. Sirens looking to clear it out. Rokovic fires. That cannon was slightly off target. It was good work there by Newman. Recover the puck. Nelson Grokovic fires like Kari. It's going around the blue paint like pinball at the moment, like it's multi-ball. Big battle up against the boards there. The Ducks player just springs back up. Saved there by Laikari. It came out and then she had to reach for it.
I do believe Ella Lakari owes Bellamar dinner because she made that save. If we can go, we won't see the replay on that one. Bellamar fighting hard. That one, yes, Ella did need to make the save, but the save before that where Ella did make the save and it popped out behind the boards and went back door and Ella was not there, but Bellamar put her body on the line and made that save.
Attacking zone face-off for the Ducks. 54 seconds of their power play remaining. Edney clears it out of their zone back into neutral ice. Couldn't enter the zone. It'll come back now. Grokovic now. We know she's got a cannon, but the cannon was wide. It'll come back now for Colette Morgan. Harrington on the blue line. Here's Hollier. Hollier against Edney. Edney gets the better of that battle. Kept in the zone just by Parrington near the Sirens bench. 25 seconds of the penalty remaining. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. And that will come all the way back down for the Ducks. It will have to turn and chase now. Right-hand side. Captain Parrington trying to find Hollier, but the pass was just a bit too strong. Here's an opportunity. Ducks firing. Good save there by Laikari. Just directed it into the corner. Power play over for the Ducks. Johnson now up against Newmark. Thompson back on the bench after her second penalty of the afternoon. Here's Hollier. Fires. Just got a lot of the player in the centre there in McConey. Clearing it out, entering the zone. Newmark fires into the Ducks logo. Needed 2 attempts, but she holds Davis Tope with 1:07 remaining in the first period.
Good read by Davis Tope on that one too. She could see where that one was going. Steph Newmark, just a microsecond, if she had released that shot a little bit earlier, if she had just had a quicker shot then, she would have found the back of the net, but enough time for Davis Tope to get there.
York against Hollier at the face-off, attacking zone face-off for the Sirens. There is 1 minute remaining in the first period. It'll come back now. The Ducks at their defensive end. Johnson creating space, centering, but couldn't find somebody in the form of Nelson. Entering the zone, Henrik looks to fire, does fire. but was wide. Stringer was there. Schmitz. Battle up against the boards. Good work there by Gallagher. Ducks just looking to clear the zone. 30 seconds remaining of the period. Just happy to dump it in the Ducks and go chasing. Maikari just settles the puck down. Sirens just looking to not turn it over, but they did. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Lucy York, turnover. Save there by Maikari. Puck comes out of the zone. Stringer couldn't quite connect for the Ducks. Caruso in some traffic. Nelson. And running out of time, Mendham takes it on the blue line. 3-1 at the end of the first period. Shots on goal favouring the Sirens 17-10. What did you think of that first period, Sarah, and who scored?
I think Ducks actually did well. I mean, we know that they just keep improving as the rounds keep coming. They've had 10 shots on. One of them made it through. Power play goal on them. Well done to keep battling. They've just got to do this again for 2 more periods. The Sirens, I think they can dig deep. They've changed up the lines a little bit because they can, but they're also not holding back. So they've had their 17 shots, which is fantastic. 3 of them have gone in. First one coming from Kelly Lang, who's usually defense, but she is playing up front today with McConey and Newmark. Usually it's Ava Caruso on that line with them. The Ducks goal comes from Captain Parrington on the power play goal that we just talked about, assisted by Prosic and Rama. And then goals 3 and 4 for the game, 2 towards the Sirens, both by Ebony Brunt on the same shift. She's now up to 4 goals for the season. So different people assisting her for both of those goals, which is always nice to see. Share the love around. Sirens are up 3-1 at the end of the first period.
So we'll go and have a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the resumption of play. Sydney Sirens 3, Melbourne Ducks 1. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. Welcome back to Erina Ice Arena at the end of the first period. The Sydney Sirens, thanks to two Ebony Brunt bang-bang goals within 33 seconds of each other, that's been the difference between them and the Ducks from Melbourne. Sydney Sirens 3, Melbourne Ducks 1. What do the Sirens and Ducks have to do in this period, Sarah, to keep on moving forward?
I think the Ducks just need to keep fighting. They are short on some players this weekend, which certainly doesn't help for them. Coach Jeremy Muir, who also is somebody that knows hockey, aside from himself having played for Australia in the 20 years and coached a whole bunch of state teams in Victoria, he also used to be IHA's coaching director for a stint. So he knows how to coach the team, but he needs the players to deliver as well. But I think in this period might be where you start seeing the players getting a little bit tired. So we got to maybe reconfigure the lines a little bit, see what's going to work. I don't think they could get away with having a strong first line and then not as strong lines 2 and 3. I think you need a powerhouse on each line to be able to sustain this game.
And they've also got the long change.
They do have the long change. And as for the Sirens, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. We've seen their line change up for this weekend, and it seems to be working for them. Yes, as you said, especially the Ebony Brunt bang-bang goals, 33 seconds between hers to put the Sirens in the lead. But they can't step off the gas. They've got to keep battling for this one, finish the second period strong as well.
Having a look at shots on goal at the end of the first period, favouring the Sirens 17-10. The Melbourne Ice have converted 1 out of 3 of their power plays. The Sirens haven't had a power play yet.
Yeah, which, I mean, it tells us that Ducks are playing a clean game. We know some of the players on the Sirens are a little bit more physical. We have heard some big bangs into the boards, lots of thumping going on. Guttormson is frequently called for body contact. Body checking, rather. Did get done for slushing Davis Tope when she had the puck frozen and the whistle was blown. Cleo Mayer also one that's frequently called for with her physicality of the game. So the girls maybe just need to back off on the physicality side of things and stay out of the box, because Melbourne Ducks did convert for 1 power play goal.
So it's captain on captain for the start of the second period. Lucy Parrington, who scored the goal for the Melbourne Ducks, and Sarah Edney were just about underway.
No, they're not dropping gloves.
Hang on, what's going on here?
It's a neck guard equipment infraction. Let's replace that. Nobody's dropping gloves to start the period off with a fight, I can assure you.
Now we're underway. It'll come back now for Edney. Edney enters the zone, fires from distance. Big rebound from Davis Tope, but the Ducks were there, turning it over. The puck balloons in the air, out of the reach of Gabby Arps. The puck comes out of the zone. Coming back now for Payne. Tapped on by the Sirens via Edney. Ducks are looking to clear it out of the defensive zone. Almost passed it straight to Thompson, which wouldn't have been good for the Ducks. And that comes back now for Payne. Payne celebrating 50 games in the A-Dub after the Lightning games, as did Gabby Arps for the Sirens. And Parrington now with the puck for the Ducks. That's a sentence you've got to say very carefully. Ducks leaving the zone now. It'll come back now for the Sirens in neutral ice. Guttormson gets tangled up. Arps with Parrington. Somebody's neck guards on the ice.
Possibly Parrington.
Possibly Parrington's. It'll come back now for the Ducks, looking to clear it out of their own defensive end now. Pass was just a bit too hot there. It'll come back for Cleo Mayer. Mayer now for the Sirens, just happy to dump it in. The puck goes behind the net. Battle up against the boards. Morgan clears it out off the skates of Lang. Centre ice now. Here comes Kelly Nelson. Nelson enters the zone, fires, and like Hurry with the first save at her end for this second period.
It's great to see someone with the experience and the skills of Kelly Nelson. Having been recruited to the Ducks, she is dual US and New Zealand citizenship. She did her college hockey in the US, but she has played a lot of time in the NZ Women's National League. So it's nice to see her crossing the Tasman.
Back now for Mayer, and as I mentioned in the first period, I wonder if some more will be joining her and Kate and Holly next year.
Well, we have had many in the past throughout the A-Dub history.
And here's Lang steaming in, trying to sneak it in, and the Sirens have snuck it in indeed. The celebrations there. Lang, I wasn't sure if she was going to try and shoot. Then she spotted a little bit of gap between the padding and the post.
Maybe Lang needs to stay up front as forward. It worked for Sarah Edney.
Yeah.
Maybe the Sirens need to do that for Lang. There she goes. She takes that shot on net. It's just in the post. It's sitting behind Davis Tope. And
goalie
then,
change.
Goalie change. Olivia Gargano enters the game.
I remember the second game against Adelaide, and the Ducks snuck a goalie change in there. But that one was fairly obvious. We both saw that one. It'll come back now for Bella Maher. Maher behind her own net. And all of this isn't on Jade Davis-Tope either.
No, and look, and this is not me in any way attempting to be disrespectful, but if you had Janelle Carson not injured, she is out for the remainder of the season, unfortunately. It may have been a different scoreline, different situation, but also how the team in front plays, because knowing her wealth of experience as well.
When you don't have defence in front of you for those two bang Ebony Brunt goals, it's not all down. Caruso fires, and Gargano straight into the action, courtesy of Ava Caruso.
Yeah, I mean, that first shot's always critical. She makes a nice, easy save just to get her head in the game, her eyes on the puck. Doesn't get a chance to do a warm-up, as what happens in these situations, but nice clear-sided shot straight into the breadbasket. Welcome to the game, Olivia.
Had a good tournament with the U18s. Back now, McConey wins a face-off. Here's Arps now. Arps fires, but was wide. No action required. Ducks clearing it out of the zone. Tapped on there. And that'll come up all the way. Lokari waiting for the icing. There was none in the end. Johnson did well for the Ducks. Ebony Brunt, 2 goals to a name so far. Ryland comes back now. Close to the Sirens bench. Battle there with Edney up against the boards. Hollier takes over. Hollier reverses direction. Finds Arps. On the half wall for the Ducks. Now they clear it out back in the neutral ice. Comes back now for Payne. Payne turns it over now for Hollier. Hollier enters the zone and fires off the stick of Lokari. Lokari loses the stick and does a 360 at the same time. Still hasn't been able to pick up a stick yet. And there are rules about picking up. You need to pick up your own stick as the goalie. Battle up against the boards. Now Lokari has a chance to reach a stick, but that was frenetic action. It'll come back now for Yates. Yates looking to clear it out of the zone. Just manages to clear it out of the zone. Ryland now for the Ducks behind her own net. Has some support. Johnson on the right-hand side, but Kelsey Lang was sweating on that pass. Johnson finds Newmark for the Sirens. Battle in front of the cafe. I hear the hot chips are nice down there, Sarah.
They smell good. I can smell everyone that here that has got them.
Newmark backhanded shovel. Just got the body of Hollier on the way through. Battle there up against the boards with Hollier. And back now, Lang. Not kept in the zone. She almost kept it in the zone row. Now she's under a great deal of pressure from Parrington. Parrington getting the better of that battle. That battle's still going on between 14 and 15. Newmark, Parrington. It was on. Now for Lang. Lang fires, but was wide. Great battle on the half wall. Rowe now from distance. Looking to find McConey. McConey with a nice pass in the slot there. Lang was waiting. And Lang's been dangerous up front.
Indeed she has been. I mean, she has her own wealth of experience that she brings into this league. She knows how to play as forward, and this is where your game sense counts. You shouldn't just specialize in, I'm a defense, I only know how to do that. You should know what forwards are doing, and she is doing an excellent job playing up front.
York and Parrington at the face-off. Ducks looking to clear it out of their defensive zone. 4-1 and a goalie change for the Ducks. Battle up against the boards. Rama pressured there by Caruso. Caruso centering it. Works out well for York, but couldn't get the handle on the stick to work the puck in the correct direction. Ducks looking to clear it out now. Caruso was wide. Battle with York. Drokovic. Puck's free in the slot. Ducks need to clear it out. Rama goes behind the net, gives herself a bit of space and time away from Caruso. Kept in the zone just by the Sirens. That was well done. The Ducks have been kept down here. Sirens on the attack. Bellamar fires. The puck still free in the slot. Goes high on that occasion. Edney, the puck still free in the slot. That seemed like an eternity. Morgan trying to clear it out of the zone for the Ducks. Caruso battling up against the boards. Morgan in there again. Started the year as a development player. Partial line change for the Sirens. It will come back now for the Ducks, looking to clear it out, getting around Edney. Next obstacle is Thompson. Centering pass finds Parrington. Parrington smashes it in from 5 suburbs away and goes off for a change. Sirens looking to clear it out of their own defensive end, left-hand side. Big pass, trying to find Thompson, and that will come back for icing.
She tried, and she's claiming no, it couldn't possibly be, but she was inside her own half when she released that pass. Just a little bit too much power behind it to get it to her target. But that's okay because these things happen.
Shots on net favouring the Sirens, 21-13. Sirens leading 4-1. 1 goal since the resumption of play. Sirens looking to clear it out now. Gabby Arps. Battle up against the boards with Mendham. Arps getting the better of that one. Nelson almost keeps it in the zone for the Ducks. Thompson, cross-eyes pass. That was risky, and that was Newman. Wasn't quite on the doorstep, but it was a good quality shot from Hope Newman. Thompson battling against Gallagher. Thompson now fires. Sprayed wide. Big rebound on offer, and that will come all the way back down. Race underneath the scoreboard. Kelly Nelson. She's been everywhere for the Ducks this season, leading in all the scoring categories. We'll come back now for Heather Ryland. Backhanded pass, trying to find somebody in front. Couldn't quite connect. Now the Sirens clear it out on the right-hand side. Thompson knows she's got speed, but Hollier was in good position. Hollier orbits around her own net. Hollier crossing all 3 lines, going from coast to coast, going from North Island to South Island. Battle up against the boards. McConey gets the better of that battle. Behind the net now. Johnson playing well above her years. McConey picks the pockets. Who has her pockets picked there by Cashin. Battle in the corner. McConey leaves it for Gabby Arps. Arps clears it out for Thompson. Thompson with the no-look pass. Only found Hollier. Thompson. Cross-ice pass. Now they look to clear it out. That puck went nowhere near the stick of Kath McConey. Cross-ice pass for the Ducks. Partial line change for the Sirens. Tapped on by the Ducks. It comes back now for Mayer. Mayer's got options, but found Rama. Rama, nice pass for Parrington. Got the skates of referee Jeff Scott on the way through. Parrington centering. Only found Newmark. Off the skates of Parrington, kept in the zone. Parrington fires, and Ella Curry just flicks it away like it was a fly. Battle up against the boards. Ducks do well to keep it in the zone. Parrington again, backhanded shovel, has some support in the corner, finds McConey. McConey clears it out. And the Sirens can breathe, and that will come all the way back down for icing.
I think Ella Lakari did have good eyes on the path. Made the right decision, just attack it with your blocker, put it away in the corner, buy a bit more time for your defense to come and collect it, rather than have it anywhere near you, essentially.
Attacking zone face-off coming up for the Ducks. They've spent a bit of time down here recently.
They have. I think the long change might be doing that to them.
Centering, and Laikari holds and saves.
I mean, they weren't able to change because it wasn't icing that, they were able to change. And the boards, the gate's right there for them to be able to do that.
Back now, Stringer. McConey up against Parrington. Sirens trying to clear it out of their defensive end. Stringer again keeps it in. Deflected by Laikari. Here's Morgan. Morgan battling against Newmark. Gallagher in there as well. Back now, Mayer in some traffic. Nelson fires. Makari saves and stumbles at the same time. It'll come back now for McConey behind the Sirens net. Lang now will be looking to get Sirens out of this end of the Central Coast and up to the other end. And that will come all the way down, and they'll have to take that face-off back in Erina.
You can see the right idea, what they're trying to generate there, but not necessarily getting the puck to the tape, which is where you want it. Just too far out in front, can't quite get to the speed on it. Does mean we are back down for the many icings of this game.
Back now, one there by Nelson. Here comes Newmark. Newmark tries to find Lang. Lang receives the rebound off the board near the Sirens bench, trying to squeeze through the traffic. Here's Lang, dispossessed there by Hollier, rather by Nelson. Lucy York now with it, battling up against the boards. Centering pass, trying to find somebody in the black, but can only find somebody in the white, the away whites of the Ducks. Here's Nelson again. We've actually got all three colours of the Ducks jerseys on display with some people in the crowd and the Ducks on the ice.
It's wonderful to see.
Oh, they're wonderful jerseys too. Here come the Ducks trying to clear it out. Has some support, Mendham tapping it on now for Nelson. Nelson for Newman with the backhand in trouble, trying to find Nelson. York recovering for the Sirens. 9:38 remaining in the second. It's 4-1 to the Sirens over the Ducks. Bellamar. Nice cross-ice pass now. Sirens looking to go on the attack. Battle up right near in the general direction of the board. Centering pass, couldn't find anybody in black. Cross the crease. Couple of players from both teams down briefly. Here's York entering the zone. Ducks looking to clear it out of their defensive end now. They work it out their left-hand side. Here's Johnson. Johnson, they have to watch the offside. The Ducks, and they did. Cashin almost went offside. Sirens recovering in the slot, though. Now Sirens trying to clear it out. Well kept in the zone by Cashin. Brokovic there as well. Hollier in traffic. Now the Sirens look to clear it out via Brunt. Brunt, she's got two already. Sent wide there by Rama. Ebony on Ebony. Rama and Brunt. And the Ducks look to clear it out. Sirens still on the attack. High of Galgano. Battle up against the boards at the cafe end. Tapped off the stick there of Cashin. Ups coming back near the Ducks bench for the Sirens. D-to-D pass, Charlotte Rowe. Rowe centering pass. Nice tap on Thompson from Edney. Thompson in some traffic. Thompson recovering, passing, trying to find a teammate. And she did find a teammate in pain. Back now for Thompson. Thompson doesn't see a lane that's open. Comes back, looking for an avenue. Thompson putting on a skating clinic. The puck's free in the slot, cleared out by the Duck. Kept in the zone via Arps. Arps happy to promote it. Rama against Thompson. Now Cashin. Cashin looks to clear it out. Arps does well to keep it in the zone. She had some pressure on her though, Arps. Battle on the half wall. Reinforcements arrive. Johnson. Payne has to come back for the Sirens, and both teams taking the opportunity to change Sarah.
As you should. Sometimes it just becomes a long shift, and you can see we are getting some tired legs out there from the Ducks. There's been quite a bit of pressure on Gagardo, so yeah, go for the shift change when you can. Back
now for the Ducks on the left-hand side. Captain Barrington enters the zone now, dropping it off for Prochik. Prochik fires, Likari skips it up. Applying some pressure on the doorstep was Morgan.
And Prochik herself, she's been having a good game and seems to be a good combination, having her on the line with Lucy Parrington. She is Canadian by birth, Prochik that is, but it is her first year in the AW. Seems to be doing very well.
Attacking zone face off for the Ducks. One there by Nelson. Fired in by Mendham. Battle up against the boards. That's good work. In some traffic by Nelson. In the crease. The puck's free. The puck's free. And was so close. There was Mendham on the back doorstep. The puck's still free behind the net. McConey just needs to clear it out as soon as she can, and she does, out of the zone. And it'll come back for Gallagher. There's a hand pass in the neutral zone.
There's been a few just hold your breath moments in the Sirens end. Ella's making the save. She's often making that first save, and then the puck just seems to be bouncing, can't quite get a hold on it. Just some lucky chances not to be scored on several times this game.
Annika Schmitz now for the Sirens. York firing. Deflected Gargano. Battle up against the boards. York. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. Nelson out of the zone. Marr coming back. Penalty could have gone either way there. The arm stays down. No net benefit for either team probably. It will come back for the Sirens now. Clearing it out. Doing a good job of clearing it out was Yates. Ducks left-hand side now. On the chase, here's Hollier. The puck runs on her a bit. Right near the scoreboard, 4-1 for the Sirens. Sirens looking to clear it out underneath the scoreboard. Caruso in some traffic, was busy. Lucy York now. Here's an opportunity. But the Ducks are there in numbers with Hollier. Hollier leaves the puck behind. Ducks recovering, left-hand side. Payne in a battle with Johnson. Cleared out Hollier. Payne up against the boards with Johnson. Johnson going for a skate, attacking the puck. Like Hurry comes out of a net and clears it, just helps the puck along. Clearing it out of immediate danger. Here's Brunt. The Ducks have just had a change. Brunt. Here's Katormson now. Katormson fires, goes 5-hole, and Shelby Katormson, a fantastic year at the attacking end of the ice, continues. Went 5-hole, and that's all she needed to do.
She read that well, and there's not a lot that Gargano could have done about that. It's just the difference in experience and background showing. When we get to the replay with Katormson just pulling the puck all the time in the world. So much control. Pulls it across the slot line to take Gargano off her angle. Fires it 5-hole. It is Sirens up by 5-1 now.
When she cut across Katormson, Gargano's probably thinking, when is she going to shoot? When is she going to shoot? She can shoot at any time.
And that's why you pull the goalie off their angle. That's why you cut over the slot line, for that very reason.
It'll come back now for McConey, 5-1. Newmark, good stick in the way there from Rama. Newmark just happy to dump it in. And it will come back now. Ducks looking to clear it out the right-hand side. The Ducks doing a lot better than the scoreboard suggests. McConey battle up against the boards. Gallagher, 91 on 91. Gallagher and also Lang there will have a nugget of information about Gallagher at some stage when we can get to it. She's been around for a lot longer than some people may think. Back now for Newmark. Newmark centering, had no one to connect with. McConey was possibly the closest. Firing, the puck still free in the slot. Parrington first to the puck for the Ducks. They try and clear it out, and they do down their left-hand side. Here's McConey now. McConey just trying to give herself a bit of time and space. Rama's been busy. It will come back now. Lang out of the zone. Coming back, Bellamar. She's been impressive this season for the Sirens in her debut season. Coming back behind the Laikari net. Goes back in the same direction she just came from. Lang. Here's a nice pass now for Schmitz. Schmitz now looking to fire. And there's a collision there. There's an arm in the air. The penalty box door will be opening. An illegal hit, the call. Penalty box door will be opening.
We were talking earlier about pulling the puck over the slot line to take the goalie off their angle. That's exactly what Schmitz was trying to do there before she collided with the Ducks player. Does draw the penalty, so Sirens will be on their first power play of the game.
Kelly Nelson sitting for the Ducks, and that's a valuable player for the Ducks to have off the ice for the next 2 minutes or so.
Indeed. I mean, we can see who they've got on their power play 1 unit. Yeah, there's some strength there, but we also know how strong the Sirens are in their power plays.
This is more like power play unit 2 on the ice for the Sirens at the moment. Brunt's up there, York's up there, firing from distance was Payne. The power play 1 unit for the Sirens this season have been on the ice for about 1:40 for each of their shifts. So starting with power play unit 2, here's York now. York entering the zone. Sirens coming second in the league on their power play, 24%. Here's Payne now. Right-hand circle, fires, and Gargano holds and saves. A minute 27 remaining in the power play.
I think to your point, though, with power play usual, Unit 1 being out there for so long, when you are 4 goals up, why not rest those players to get them going through to last to the remainder of the game?
And that also depends on who was on the ice at the time of the penalty.
Absolutely.
So power play Unit 1 on now with McCaney, Thompson, Newmark, Lang, and also Edney. Back now for Redney on the blue line. We know she's got a cannon. Winds up, fire, selects power drive. Got a bit of stringer on the way through with the redirection. Back now, Edney. Lang, Thompson. Back now for Lang. Scott Edney was at the top of the umbrella. Thinks about a shot. Passes to Edney instead. Winding up, firing. The puck was deflected. High, wide, now to play there by Gargano. 55 seconds of the power play, and we know that the York was there in the first power play unit. We know that Lang was the person I was thinking of. We know she's got a cannon, and she selected power drive for sure there.
She did indeed, and there was a moment where there could have been a shot from the back door, and Gargano was not in any position to make that save had that shot made its target. 2:08
remaining on the big clock, 53 seconds on the small clock for the Sirens power play, their first of the afternoon. McCaney's in front of the net, Newmark's there, tapping it on. Thompson now, give and go behind the net, trying to fire from an almost impossible angle was Thompson. Thompson with the puck now, Edney moving towards the right-hand side. Here's Edney above the right-hand circle. Edney drags the puck top of the umbrella. Thompson left-hand circle. Thompson's in the slot now. Lang was there. Kept in the zone via Edney up against Rama. Edney with it now. Holds back for a moment. Right-hand side. Loses the puck. Regains possession. 10 seconds of the power play remaining. Edney thinks about a pass. Thompson there. The puck's free. The puck's free briefly. But cleared out by Mendham. And the power play is over. And the power play may be about to start again. No. It'll come back now for Nelson out of the penalty box. Nelson, one-on-one. Nelson drives the net. And the Sirens will be heading to the penalty box. 2 minutes for a trip. Ducks back on the power play.
It's Edney heading to the box for the trip. She just performed exceptionally well on that power play earlier. Now she finds herself in the box, not somebody on the Sirens that you want necessarily spending 2 minutes or less in the box. The Ducks did score on their first power play opportunity in this game, not so successful subsequently after, but they do have a strong lineup out there for PP1.
PP1 starting now with Nelson and Parrington amongst others. 50 seconds remaining of the period. Ducks starting their fourth power play of the afternoon. Here's Mendham in some traffic. Ducks can't keep the Sirens from getting it out of the zone. On the attack now, counter-attack. Here's Ebony Brunt, got absolutely collected. And so there'll be another player heading towards the penalty box. It's Captain Parrington. So interestingly, Sarah, both captains now in the penalty box.
Both captains in the penalty box. I wish we could rewind a whole lot to how that even happened, because Lucy York had the puck and could have iced it all the way, but Ebony called it inside their own zone for the pass, and that led her to take off before she got tackled by Parrington.
So 4-on-4 for 95 seconds, 30 seconds remaining in the period. under pressure there. Lang applying a great deal of pressure as the Ducks look to clear it out, and they do, as far as Cleo Mayer at centre ice. There's a good battle there, and Nelson wins that one for the Ducks. Nelson, cross ice pass, backhanded shovel by Mendham, regains the rebound. It will come back now for Mayer. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Still 4-on-4 hockey. Ducks with one last opportunity possibly, but McCaney picks a pocket of Nelson. McCaney won't have time to do anything, and the Ducks and the Sirens will have 4-on-4 hockey for a minute one when we return at the end of the period. Sarah, it is Sydney Sirens 5, Melbourne Ducks 1.
Both teams managed 10 shots apiece in that period. Quite a bit of action going on. You can see that Kelly Nelson's desperate for a goal. She was sitting up high, just waiting for stretch passes, anything to get to her so she could do something with it. But in that period, we had 2 goals coming from the Sirens. They are now leading 5-1. Second goal of the game for Lang. That is her 4th of this season. Helps when you put her up and forward. And then the second goal coming from Guttormson, her 16th for the season. So for sure, she is now up high in the point scorers for in the league.
So when we come back from the break, 4-on-4 hockey for a minute one. Sarah Edney for the Sirens will be the first one back. And then Lucy Parrington will come out of the penalty box after 1 minute 26. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the resumption of play. First of 2 games this weekend between the Sydney Sirens and the Melbourne Ducks at Erina Ice Arena. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the resumption of play. See you then. Welcome back to Erina Ice Arena. Third period action almost underway. We have one person in a Sirens jersey at centre ice. Speedy D.
Speedy D
is being used as a witch's hat.
She's the target for Chuck-a-Puck. Nobody's hit her yet. Please don't hit above the skates because she has no equipment on.
So, Sarah will come back in a moment. Players will be back onto the ice shortly. Sirens leading 5-1. We'll come back to 61 seconds of 4-on-4. And then Sarah Edney for the Sirens will come out of the penalty box. And about 25 seconds later, Lucy Parrington will come out of the penalty box for the Ducks. So at the moment, they have both captains in the penalty box to start this third period.
They do indeed. And I imagine what Sirens are going to do is put a line out there for maybe 45-ish seconds and then get their power play 1 unit out as 4. So then when Sarah Edney jumps out, you have your power play 1 unit fully out there for the 25 seconds of power play that they are potentially on.
Shots on goal favouring the Sirens 27-20 at the end of the second period. And there was a goalie change for the Ducks in that period, Sarah.
There was, and Gagano very quickly faced a shot, and she faced a whole lot of shots subsequently after, doing fantastic work in there. But sometimes when Shelby Guttormson pulls the puck over the slot line, there is nothing you can do about it. Speedy D still has not been hit with Chuck-a-Puck. She has put her feet out in a V shape to give a bigger target for people to hit. But we do have a winner for the closest puck that did not actually hit Speedy D. Thank you for not hurting her.
And now she has to go and pick up all those pucks off the ice.
Someone's got to do it, and she doesn't have a stick in her hand either. So we will be slightly delayed getting the third period underway. But yes, we will be back with 4-on-4. Our Zebras are on the ice helping with the puck collection. It's good to know that they have the mobility to be able to bend down. That's an important skill.
And speaking of skills, the Australian women's national team was announced, and some players in this match are actually featuring.
Indeed. Even though the Ducks had a couple of players in the under-18s team, they don't actually have anyone in the senior team, current players. They have had people in the past, but congratulations to the Sirens players of Stephanie Newmark, Adriana Herrick, Gabby Arps, Ebony Brandt, and Lucy York for making the Australian women's national team, who will be heading to Slovenia in April to compete in the World Championships. Head coach Pierre Martin was announced. He had previously coached Adelaide and Sydney in the A-Dub, so he is known around the rinks. It's nice to have him back, even though he lives in Germany these days.
Nice. And just briefly, while we've got a bit of time, you jet set it around halfway around the world.
I might have done that recently. I was in St. Louis last week. Got hit by the winter storm on my way home, so that wasn't enjoyable. But yes, I was there to do my USA Hockey silver goaltending certification. Did all the online stuff, all the Zoom meetings, and had to do the in-person stuff. It was fantastic. Highly recommended.
So what does that mean for you, and what skills can you bring back to Australian hockey now that you've got that you didn't have before?
It means I am a better coach. It means I've been exposed to more stuff. It means that all the goalies that I coach are going to get a better version of me, because just through the experiences I had, including coaching sled hockey, including watching blind hockey, private sessions, all girls clinic, team sessions, all these things I was involved in, plus the actual USA Hockey, the accreditation portion of it. The group I had was absolutely fantastic. The group mentor I had was incredible. Anything that is organized by Steve Thompson, who is the head of USA Hockey goaltending, he's been to Australia a few times. He's run some camps here, been involved with national development camps, things like that. He and I did run a goalie camp here at this very rink a few years ago. There's discussions on the ice, so I'm just going to keep filling time. So Steve Thompson is known to many goalies, especially this side of Australia. Anything he runs is incredible, and that's the reason why I went.
And I'm glad to have you back, because it was touch and go there for a bit. And we're back underway. Story time with Sarah. I've missed this. It'll come back now for the Ducks. Rama finds Nelson briefly. 50 seconds of 4-on-4. It will come back now for Cleo Mayer. Mayer enters the zone for the Sirens. Has no support briefly. Now she has some support. Here's Sam Payne. Payne misfires. Feathered touch, not power drive. 35 seconds of the 4-on-4 before Edney can come back. Lang leaves the puck behind, and it will come back now for Nelson. Nelson enters the zone. Ricochet is off the pads of Lang on the way through. That area where Nelson is now is extremely wet. Nelson doesn't matter. Wet ice, Ducks, Nelson, bar down, scores.
We talked about this towards the end of the second period, how Nelson is itching for a goal, and she just got hers. That ice is wet. The puck is just staying behind, just sticking to the ice. That corner we talked about in the intermission, how just wet it was. It is still not dry, but Kelly Nelson manages to find the back of the net behind Ella Lucari. 5-2.
And for the Ducks, Kelly Nelson is hot.
100%. Wealth of experience. Very valuable member of the Ducks.
York has a battle there with Rama up against the boards. Nelson's still on the ice after that goal. Here comes Brunt briefly. He's got 2 goals to a name herself. Rokovic now straight up the middle trying to find Nelson. Nelson fires, the puck comes free, and thankfully Ella Lucari has Bellamar to thank again as the Sirens look to clear it out. So the Sirens on an abbreviated power play. Lucy Parrington back in about 10 seconds. It will come back now for York. York thinks about firing. Has some traffic, does fire. Gorgano's there. The puck's still free in the slot. And it is still free in the slot. And it will come back now, back to 5-on-5 hockey as Parrington comes out of the box and gets straight back into the action. Ducks clear it out. 5-2 now. Nelson with that goal. Edney balloons the puck. Misses Stringer. Will come back behind the Ducks net. Ducks have got options left and right. Lang applying some pressure. Ducks looking to clear it out. Got some skates on the way through of Arps. That will come back. Funky bounce off the boards. And it will come back now for Newmark. Newmark in some traffic. Gets past a couple. Backhanded shovel was wide. Neve Gallagher, known to some as Nugget. Apparently wouldn't answer to anything else but Nugget. So we found out, thanks JD, a few years ago in the AW when it was her debut season.
Turns out it's her favourite food, or it was.
Probably still is. JD, go find out if it's still a favourite food, will you? It'll come back now in neutral ice. The Ducks swinging with Parrington. There's a tripping call coming against Kelsey Lang. Colette Morgan springs straight back up. Interference the call, and the Ducks will be going back on the power play.
Once again, pleading innocence. Kelsey Lang has had a fantastic game playing up front. 2 goals to her name, but now finds herself in the penalty box. The Ducks back onto a power play. They have been successful before.
Is it any surprise that Kelly Nelson elected to go to the wet corner of the duck pond?
It is absolutely no surprise at all, especially because she is a left-hander and how she would get that shot release.
Start of the Ducks power play. Here's Nelson in some traffic. Sirens looking to clear it out of immediate harm. So Ducks on their power play. Centering pass, couldn't find anybody in the road whites for the Ducks. Brokovic under some pressure. Right hand circle, fires, bit of friendly fire, got Mendham on the way through. And here comes Edney. Edney 2-on-1. Edney sees the pressure coming over. Just eating valuable seconds off the penalty kill anyway. The Sirens have also been good on the penalty kill. 78%, but they are 5th in the league in that statistics. Here's Katormson now. Katormson short-handed, looks for the 5-hole, gains the 5-hole. Second goal of the afternoon for Katormson. Short-handed for the Sirens, 6-2.
I think Garner was in a little bit of a disbelief. We heard the thud on the pads. Somehow it managed to trickle through. So while we watch on this replay, Katormson just fakes one way. No white jersey on her. Has all the time in the world. Comes and creeps in. Just puts it in short side. 6-2 is the score in favour of the Sirens.
You don't leave Shelby Katormson unattended like that. And Yolgana could only do so much. Short-handed goal. So Kelsey Lang still in the penalty box for the Sirens for the next 65 seconds. That's a way to kill a penalty, Sarah, to eat some valuable seconds and get another goal.
Get a short-handed goal while you're at it.
I said they were good good short-handed.
They were.
Back now, Rocek under some pressure. Cleo Mayo with a big battle. Newman coming in, letting herself into the slot area. Into the wet corner. Here's Hollier now. Battle up against the boards in that corner. Reinforcements arrive. Johnson playing well above her age. Here comes Brunt now. 2 goals so far. Brunt, 2-on-1. Brunt walks in, but waiting for it, and ready was Gargano. 19 seconds of the Ducks power play remaining, but they're at the wrong end. Brunt battling. Ducks need to clear it out of immediate danger. Now they look to clear it out the right-hand side via Hollier. Laying back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the Sirens. Cashin, puck deflects off the stick of Sam Payne on the way through. Here's an opportunity for Nelson again. Nelson goes high. Was too wide, too high. Sirens clear it out, finding Lang out of the penalty box. Lang's got some time and space, but Nelson has been all over 200 feet of this ice surface, and Newmark was very, very close on that occasion. Now they look to clear it out via Mendham. Mendham getting around McConey, kept in the zone by the Sirens. Centering pass, only found Nelson. The pass was too wide there for Morgan. It'll come back now for Rowe. Rowe skates through the puddle, slips, falls, all by herself. Sirens clear it out right-hand side. On the attack again, here's McConey. He's got Newmark on the left-hand side. Newmark enters the zone, tries to get around Yates. Reinforcements arrive from the Ducks. Reinforcements arrive for the Sirens. Kept in the zone via Rowe. 14.5 minutes remaining in the third and final period of game 1. McConey give and go with Lang. Lang draws the penalty. Holding is the call. Penalty box door will be opening.
Lang was just holding her head down a little bit, taking her time to get up. She is someone last season did experience, or maybe it was the year before, a concussion or two that did rule her out of finals. So it's always a little bit contentious moment just to hold your breath and see if she's okay, because we do know that she has a history of head injuries, which we never like to see.
Sirens heading back on the power play. Lucy Parrington sitting 2 minutes for holding. Sirens power play unit. PP1 on the ice getting to work. McConey. It'll come back now for Redney. Edney comes to the top of the umbrella. Fires. Was wide. Here's Lang. Back now for Katormson. Katormson now. Back now for Lang, who seems okay. Back now for Katormson. Katormson in some traffic. Weaving, swerving in the slot. Edney fires. And a save there. Galgano's under there somewhere.
Under there somewhere. That was a lot of traffic in front of her. For her to even see what was going on. Lucy Parrington just trying to sneak her way onto the ice. She's still got 1:40 in there, girl.
How did she think she was going to get fouled? Did she have a nap and think, oh, well, my penalty's expired. I've had a nap. Let's go.
Just have a little chat while you're there.
There's another penalty. There's another penalty coming. High sticking the call on this occasion. Penalty box door will be opening. The Ducks, 1:36 on the original penalty.
I think no one's quite sure. It is the Ducks going to the box, so it is going to be Sirens on a 5-3 power play. High stick is being called, or is it? There's a little bit of confusion. Nope, Steph Newmark, you can stay. Are you girls still awake and healthy enough to stay on the ice as a PP1? No. Oh, Stephanie Newmark also heading to the box. There you go. 5 on 4.
So we'll have. So yeah. So what effectively will happen? Those two who just went into the box, Newmark and Grabovic, those penalties will cancel each other out. So Sirens will stay on the power play. I didn't think that Newmark was going to go, but Newmark ended up going as well. Back now for Payne. Cross ice pass. 1:25 of the power play remaining. PP2 on now. Payne would rather have that shot back. Back now for Rama. Rama for the Ducks. Looks to clear it out. Finds Payne. Delivers it to Payne. Payne delivers the mail. Galgano was there to receive the package. Now the Ducks try and clear it out. Minute 5 of the power play remaining. We'll get confirmation of what the penalty was against Newmark shortly. Back now for Payne. Cross-ice pass. Firing and sliding there was Brunt. Payne again. The right pad was there, but Gargano up, selects power drive. Gargano 2 right pad saves in succession. 45 seconds of the Sirens power play remaining. Payne again fires and deflected off Gargano onto the iron. The puck's still free in the slot. Cleared out. Arps firing like it's power ball, like it's multi-ball at time zone. It'll come back now. York centering. Newman was there in the slot. Payne fires. Glove down to herself. It was good work there by Rama. And it will come back now for Arps. Gargano under attack by the Ducks. For the Ducks rather, by the Sirens. Payne in some traffic. Puck's wide. 10 seconds of the Lucy Parrington penalty remaining. Payne. Power play over. Edney sprays it wide. Rama looks to clear it out. Parrington comes right back onto the ice. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Battle captain on captain. No, it was Caruso in the end against Parrington. Gallagher. Battle up against the boards near the Ducks bench. Cleared out. Ducks will change, but the Sirens there through Edney. Swerving through traffic, firing, but sprayed away. What about the thud, Sarah, off that back wall from Edney?
It's a bouncy boards. So sometimes, as we have seen, players might shoot wide deliberately to get that backdoor loose rebound.
Back now, Gargano holds and saves. What was that penalty against Newmark for in the end?
I was trying to look it up. So according to eSports Desk, Newmark has been done for high sticking, but only her penalty is there and not Gurkovic's. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong.
Is that both high sticking?
So both have been now confirmed as high sticking, but because there was also nothing written on the main scoreboard, it was hard to know what was going on.
And the puck goes high and wide. Now they look to clear it out, the Ducks. So 5-on-5 hockey, but the two players that went in the box will have to wait for a whistle after their 2 minutes to come out. Back now for Bellamar.
They are already on the bench.
So they're on the bench, so they can play their next shift. Ducks under some pressure. It was good work by Hollier. She had a player leaning all over Annika Schmitz, and the puck goes wide of Laikari, who hasn't seen a lot of action in the last 5 minutes, and that will come back for icing.
No, but we are back to regular programming of 5-on-5 hockey with the penalties here, there, everywhere, and I think we're sorted and we have our lines back to what we know that they should be.
And speaking of names, we found out another interesting facts about one of the Ducks players' names and how she got introduced to the team and how she introduced herself.
We did indeed. The Hungarian/Serbian dual citizen import of Gurkovic. First name Yelena. I know every nationality pronounce it slightly different, but introduced herself to the team as Jelly. So maybe we just refer to her as Jelly now. So
there's Jelly and Nugget.
What a combo.
I know, right? Back up against the boards. It will come back now for Hollier. Gallagher up against the boards against Newmark. Somebody's stick goes flying. It was Newmark's. In the slot still. Lang clears it out. Finds Mayer. Mayer trying to fire from distance, but just got Hollier, who had a pocket pick. Sirens now on the attack. High of the Duck net. Cashin up against the boards. It'll come back for Newmark. Here's a chance for Newmark. Newmark fires, but Gargano was there and waiting.
And a right decision made by Gargano. She could see there was a loose puck. She knew that she wouldn't be able to get to it first. So let Newmark take control of that, but keep a close eye on her. She saw where she was going. Had good depth control on that one too to make that save.
Thompson now for the Sirens with it. Shots on favouring the Sirens, 36-22. Thompson trying to find Payne or Arps. Found nobody in the end in black. It will come back now for the Ducks. Sending Newman, sorry, not Newman, that was Morgan off for a chase. Sirens looking to clear it out of their defensive end. Almost a turnover for Parrington, but it ended up, now it's on the stick of Brunt. Brunt against Parrington. Edney, they enter the zone briefly, the Sirens, but Parrington's there. Firing from distance was well wide there by Brunt. Ryland with the puck now for the Ducks. Looks to clear it out. Kept in the zone by the Sirens. Wide. Nobody close enough on the back door. Collision on the blue line and the puck goes out of play.
Going back to Gargano, I love her calm presence on the ice. She's she's still young and still learning her craft. But when she's in net, you can just watch from her body language just how relaxed she is, which is always nice to see in goalies.
Especially a goalie too, so young.
100%. Figuring out what her game is and her style. It's really nice to see.
You know, represented Australia recently in the U18s. Battle on the boards. Right in the corner there. Puck needs to continue to move. 8:54 remaining. Sirens 6-2. Ducks work it out of their own end. Getting around a couple. Under some pressure was Nelson. I don't know how she managed to get through that gap. She does. Oh, look. Here comes the Ducks again. Here's Nelson with it now. Firing, and like Curry called into action. Hasn't seen a lot of the puck recently, but it was a good quality shot there by Nelson.
That was a nice shot, and good on Lakari to be able to spot that, to read it, to move across, as we just watch on this replay here. Lateral pass to Nelson, catch, release, straight to Ella, who is not giving away a rebound because there was a Ducks player right in front ready for it.
Back now, battle up against the boards. There's Jelly, as we mentioned earlier, wide. Lakari tried to stretch, got a little bit of glove on it. And she fires again and scores. The Ducks coming back.
See with Ella, just didn't quite hold that short side post. Little bit of a fumbly puck. That first, well, it wasn't even a shot on goal, but stretched out, a little off balance. A little bit too deep in her crease, I feel. She had been out a little bit. She might have actually used her size to save that.
Sometimes good things happen when we talk good about players. Brokovich with the goal there. Back now for Stringer. Stringer under some pressure. Reinforcements arriving from both teams. Cashin looks to clear it out. Collision there with Hollier. It'll come back now. Mayer with the battle up against the boards. Gallagher. Left-hand side. Ducks now. The pass luckily found Cashin, who delivers it again with Johnson. Puck's in centre ice. Here's Lang now. Lang entering the zone. Lang 3-on-1. And scores as simple as you like.
That's her hat trick. Got your hat, throw it on the ice. You can't because there's netting in the way.
I forgot my hat.
But that is Kelly Lang's hat trick of this game. Good things happen when you put her up front. Normally accustomed to being in defense. That, I believe, is Kelly Lang's 5th goal of the season.
And you can't say that there were no Ducks around her.
No,
it was a 3-on-1.
Had a little bit of traffic, but manages to sneak it through.
7-3 now. Kelsey Lang with the hat trick. Back now for Sam Payne. She's probably thinking, I could have been doing this all season, coach.
She might just be asking if she can stay up front for the remainder of the season.
Back now for Brunt. Well, she can play 200 foot of ice, so if need be. Back now for Gabby Arps. Arps clearing it out. Good pressure there from Parrington. Parrington with the puck right in the middle of the puddle. Deflection off the pads. And it's back for Katormson. Katormson with it now. Finds finds Edney. Edney centering, trying to find Brunt or Katormson. Katormson and Brunt are there. Brunt first to the puck. Katormson there up against Parrington. Now finds Edney. Edney up against the boards. Looking for a lane. Has some support for Katormson. Drops it off to her now. Katormson weaving through traffic. Can't get a shot on. But Payne can. And it was a good shot from distance there from Sam Payne.
Payne did manage to get a good shot. She hasn't been as successful for this game, but she managed to find it. Olivia Gargano makes that save. Wasn't sure where the puck was. Thought it might have been in the back of her pad somewhere. But she laid her egg and is set for her face-off in her own end.
Ducks laying eggs? You thought, didn't you? Sirens now with it on the attack. Cleared out of immediate danger by Rama. Up against the boards is Mendham. Going for a chase is Nelson. Whatever you can do, Ducks. Sign her back next year. Back now, Sirens clearing it out of their defensive end. Cross-ice pass now. Here's Bellamar. Right-hand side, using the boards. Ducks there in defence as well. Sirens centering. York. Come back for Marr. Marr into the zone. 4-on-1. Got a deflection off a teammate of a Duck on the way through. 5:50 remaining in the third period. Sirens 7-3. Ducks need to clear it out. They do. Their right-hand side now. Battle up against the boards. Cleared it into neutral ice. Here's Nelson. York coming back. York with the puck. York now. He's got options left and right. Goes towards Annika Schmitz on the left. Schmitz pass for Caruso. Caruso will come off for a change, as will Schmitz amongst others. Ducks clearing it out of their defensive end. Going to the right-hand side. Big, long stretch pass. Missed everybody and everything, but not icing. Hollier, first to the puck, battling against Mayer. Now she's battling against Lang. Deflected on the way down. He will come back for Stringer behind her own net. 5 minutes exactly on the clock. 7-3 Sirens. And it will come back now for Charlotte Rowe. Lang, 3 goals to a name. Nice afternoon out. Here's Rowe entering the zone on the right-hand side, getting around Johnson. Battle in the corner averted. Back for Mayer on the blue line. Mayer fires from distance, deflected in the corner. Galgano. Back now, Lang. McConey into the action. Got Lang for company. Here's Lang. Back now for McConey. Give and go for Lang. Lang fires and was just wide. She saw the part of the net that she was aiming at, but was just wide. Back in the neutral ice we go. Here's an opportunity, a bit of space now for the Ducks with Cashin. Cashin looks to fire, was just wide, and some desperation there from the Sirens coming across, sliding along the ice. Comes back Cashin battling now in the corner. Yates contributing on the half-boards. Just happy to pinball the puck around. Back now for Cashin. 3:50 remaining, centering pass. Battle up against the boards in front of the cafe. Plenty of Sirens to clear it out of immediate danger, but that pass missed everybody and everything. Newmark tries to wipe out the icing, but is unsuccessful. 7-3 Sirens.
The Sirens won't have the ability to change their lines. The Ducks could, but opt not to. They do have strong players out there. There's 3 minutes 36 left in the game. They are not giving up. There are some tired legs out there, but why not give it everything you've got?
So the Ducks top line on against the Sirens top line. Cleared out of the defensive end of the Sirens. Almost out of play there. Here's Parrington. Got the first goal of the game for the Ducks. Parrington fires. Just got the shins of McConey on the way through. The puck is sent wide. Mendham. Battle up against the boards. Mendham again. But Lang can clear it out. Clears it out. Sends McConey off for a chase. So I briefly bumped into Kath McConey in the intermission, and she told me how hot she was in terms of how hot it is in here skating around, and it's a lot nicer in here than what it is outside. But, you know, it's high-octane hockey, Sarah, so of course it's hot.
Of course it's hot. She's also local to the Central Coast. She is hot in many ways. You're welcome, Kath.
Back now entering the zone. Here come the Ducks. The Ducks flying towards the net. The puck's free. Gerkovic centering, finding Rama. Got a deflection in the slot from the Sirens with 2.5 minutes remaining. Here's Edney battling up against Newman. It's a good battle there. Thompson's next. Battle up against the boards. Thompson loves those battles. Wonder how she'd go in the P-dub, where you can be a bit more liberal with your body contact, etc.
especially in the European leagues. In Swedish hockey, women's hockey, you are allowed body checking.
Back now for the Ducks. 2:10 remaining on the big clock. Now they clear it into neutral ice. Here's an opportunity. Here's Newman. Newman walks in. Newman fires, but was wide. No action required by Laikari in the end. Puck cleared out of danger. Kept in the zone by Gallagher for the Ducks. And it will come all the way back. Oh, funky bounce off the boards, but it was lucky that the player was there from the Sirens. Sometimes you just don't know where the puck's going to go off the boards. Arp's coming into the zone now. Had Edney for company. Edney tries to fire. Gallagher now cleared out. Tapped on. Saved there by Laikari. It'll come back now for Sarah Edney. Edney right-hand side. Under 90 seconds to go now. Ducks looking to clear it out. Good pressure there by Annika Schmitz. Johnson finds Stringer. Stringer against Caruso. Reinforcements arrive for the Ducks. There is 1 minute remaining in the third period. Ducks looking to clear it out. Shots on favouring the Sirens 39-24. Battle up against the boards. Puck needs to continue to move. Couple of players from each team against the boards. York under some pressure. Can't pull the trigger. Stringer. Johnson clears it out. That'll come all the way back down. Almost into the puddle. It will come back for Annika Schmitz with 30 seconds remaining. And the Sirens will get their first win of the 2026 calendar year and continue their push for finals. York, cross-ice pass. Sirens right-hand side. Kelsey Lang, no doubt player of the match with 3 goals to a name. Turnover. Proshik back for Parrington. Parrington fires the puck, still free in the final seconds. Sirens clear it out of immediate danger. York should die with the puck here. Looks to clear it out. D-to-D pass. Doesn't make it to Bellamar. And the Sirens, after being swept by the Lightning, swept by the Inferno, they come back and they take this against the Ducks 7-3.
And a much-needed 3 points that the Sirens needed just to try and widen that gap between themselves sitting in 4th place and the Rush, who are 3 points behind sitting in 5th, as we start focusing more and more towards finals. The Ducks did manage to get 3 goals on. They have scored more goals in games this season. They did manage to get 5 goals against the Rush. They're doing okay. With a 4-goal difference game, it's the best game they played against the Sirens so far this year. We talked about at the start of the season, they faced them a 9-0 loss, and then they had a 6-0 loss. A 7-3 loss against the Sirens is respectable.
It certainly is. Lots of good performances up and down the ice for both teams. The Ducks, as we mentioned pre-game, their first season in the A-Dub, and they are gaining experience and getting better with every game. The Sirens, they've been missing for finals for a couple of years. They've had a rebuild. They've got a new all-female coaching staff, and now they're looking to make finals for the first time in a couple of years. They've got a big battle against the Adelaide Rush.
100%. I mean, for the Sirens, having your all-female staff, the OG Sirens who know how it works, they've been to finals multiple times. Captain Kaylee, she was captain for a while until Amelia took over, and Amelia was the captain who was there for the very first Sirens Gold Championship win. Annalie has been around for a long time as well. She knows how this works. They're all just having a little chat with Lucy Parrington because all these OG veterans, old-timers, you are friends for life. Sirens are in very good hands. They will be back tomorrow looking to gain all 3 points as well. The Ducks will still be battling, and I imagine we will be seeing young Olivia Gargano starting the game again tomorrow. She played well today. Combination of Davis, Tope, and Gargano facing 39 shots in this game for the 7 goals against. They did well. So
Lucy Parrington there, the captain, coming off to the ice. The Ducks recognising their travelling fans in the blue and the green jerseys as they come off to the ice. It was a tough day in the office for the Ducks, Sarah, but it could have been a lot worse. 7-3 in the end for the Sirens. Both teams back in action tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. But now the afternoon of hockey has just started. We've had this game. Next, we can see the Melbourne Ice against the Adelaide Rush in Melbourne, and then after that, the Perth Inferno against the Brisbane Lightning. Sarah, thank you for your company as always.
Thank you so much. Wherever you are watching us here, wherever you are in the country, escape the heat wave, get yourself into an ice rink, or stay somewhere that's nice and cool with air conditioning. Support women's hockey. We very much appreciate your company.
Thank you as always to our hardworking Thought Fox Media crew. Big day for the crew today, producing all 3 games. Thank you very much, crew. We will see you next time. The Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, the Sydney Sirens continue their charge for finals, winning 7-3 against the Melbourne Ducks. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye and ta-ta for now.